When it comes to analyzing the world of Magic the Gathering, there's always going to be a ton of unknowns. We didn't realize Lord of the Rings was going to be so crazy popular, or that Commander Masters was going to completely flop. Until it didn't. It's actually selling really well over time. But there are some just hard truths that remain in our favorite trading card game, and the biggest one is people like to play Magic the Gathering. So when it comes to these DLC sets where you get small introductions into formats that, well, probably recently had releases and offer no limited play or sealed Commander experience for those looking to casually enjoy the latest WotC release, well, they do poorly. And who could have foreseen this? Assassin's Creed is headed back down. Now, it's still way too early to call that this set's not doing well, but I am not a believer in this set. I want to talk about all the main reasons why I believe this set is currently on the downward trend and what the future holds for Assassin's Creed. And to do that, we're going to look at every single sold listing of sealed product on TCG Player, and yes, even analyze some of the data. So stay tuned. There's a lot to talk about in this one, and I can't wait. WotC, what are you doing? Listen, as someone who is on the front lines of arguing for collectibility and the value of the cards in Magic the Gathering, someone who truly believes you have to do both. You can't just be an every card is free, you just play the game TCG. Your cards have to hold value, they have to be collectible. Some of them should be limited, albeit without affecting access to your game. Why do we keep doing this? Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed is about to drop and the sales numbers look, well, they look like it's a Magic the Gathering set that you can't go to your game store and play with right away. Now, don't get me wrong, we've seen this before, and these Epilogue and Beyond booster style releases, yes, while the cards are legally playable, definitely overlook the importance of that release night, the ability to go in and casually enjoy, play some sealed, open some packs, shuffle together some decks, or even buy a Commander deck set and sit down with your pod. All of these things are clearly undervalued in the sense that we keep producing sets where you can't do them, but it's not the only reason why the prices for Assassin's Creed are coming back down to earth. As someone who is skeptical about the set in the long run, it's still too early to call what the long-term impact will be, but we're going to look at the sales data from the secondary market as we discuss all of the sold listings of sealed product on TCG Player, and then we're going to talk about what the long-term impact and future of this product looks like, in my opinion. Now, if you like content like this and you're interested in secondary market data and how to be a better Magic consumer, a more informed Magic consumer, make sure you hit that sub button because we're racing to 9,000 subscribers and every sub helps right now. So we will go to cardboardfinance.com and we will look at the Assassin's Creed overall sales data, and we are going to notice something jarring right off the bat. We have this massive sale in the month of June. We had the Banana Stand, big shout out, friend of the May the Zoo Be With You podcast, and you know what, I'm going to go on a limb, friend of mine in the channel here, the Banana Stand sold a ton of boxes through a TCG Player special at $109.99, pushing a ton of this product out into the community and spreading the game to those who are looking to get a good deal on the product. But that sale has since come and gone, and if we don't include that sale, the Play Booster box actually isn't much better selling than the Collector Booster box. Both of those products are right around the same number of boxes sold, but the difference is the Collector Booster box is doing something, well, something that we don't really see from Collector Booster boxes in 2024, and that is rapidly heading down in price. Recently, we saw this product spike to around $380, I believe was the peak on the secondary market. If I'm wrong on that, let me know in the comment section below, but I believe it was somewhere around $380, and we are down seeing a couple boxes sold at the $314 price point. But what's more important than that, in my opinion, as we analyze this data, is this set releases in 4 days as of the recording of this video. It's the release of the set is in 4 days as of right now, and the sell-through rate on this product is, well, let's just call it what it is. It's not great. There's not a ton of Assassin's Creed collector boxes moving on the secondary market, and I think people are sniffing out the artificial scarcity. And I'm not saying that artificial scarcity, not printing a ton of products, not only when it comes to collector boxes, A, doesn't work, and B, isn't good for the product. In fact, we have a prime example of that doing wonderful things for a recent release, Commander Fallout Universes Beyond Commander special set was definitely a set that excelled because of the limited printing of the collector booster box. But it had something Assassin's Creed doesn't. It had its best-selling product be a way for you to sit down and play Magic the Gathering with your friends. And because of that, because of being able to sit down and play Magic and form emotional ties to the game, you get people wanting to spend extra money to crack this collector box with good cards in it, and thus you get a price that climbs like this on the secondary market. Without that, you are looking at a collector box that is meant purely for opening to bling out some decks, and yeah, that's what all collector boxes are meant to do, but without a direct physical and emotional tie to playing the game with your friends, a moment in time that helps you as a consumer and me as a Magic fan justify spending that money. And while artificial scarcity, like we talked about, is definitely a tactic that can prove to hold box value. In fact, if this was more readily available, I believe this box would probably be under what game stores are paying already. I know that is a hot take, but if you agree with me, I'd love to hear from you. I really do believe it's not going to work in this moment because there's nothing tying us to this product, you know, as far as our nostalgia, our play, our roots in Magic the Gathering. But the collector booster box is not the only product here. We have the Epilogue, but wait, Epilogue, who did that? Who did that? Who changed the name to Epilogue Booster? I'm on to you. We have the Beyond Booster Box for Assassin's Creed, and this product is another interesting one with 7 cards, no commons, even though uncommons are just commons when there's no commons. I don't know. We're not going to get into it. This is a weird product. We're opening it to get one of these small number of cards available in this set only. There are some reprints, but also you can't draft it. You can't play games with it. You can't shuffle up and make decks while you're cracking packs with friends. And Wizards of the Coast, in printing these products, in printing products like this, and printing products like this, are underestimating the emotional ties, the value we throw behind playing Magic the Gathering. These things are, they cannot be understated. These ties that we have to shuffling up cardboard and actually playing Magic are more valuable than I think Wizards of the Coast is willing to admit. And while, yes, if we take a look at TCG Player and we take a look at some of the cards available, there are some cards that may make an impact. There are some cards that might find their way into a couple formats, including Commander and some popular reprints. There's nothing really moving the needle here, and we are still in pre-release. All of this combined is a reason why I have been skeptical on Assassin's Creed from the beginning. I think artificial scarcity must have something else to help drive its excitement over a product. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Making collector boxes limited is totally fine. They're meant to be collector products. If they're hard to get, if they're wildly expensive, that's totally okay. But I have also prefaced that with, as long as the game is accessible and regular cards are available at a normal price point. It's hard to say a cheap price because, listen, play boosters are only getting more and more expensive. Premium sets are definitely premium in the eyes of Wizards of the Coast, but I want cards and play experiences to be available at a consistent price point. Without that foundation, I believe Assassin's Creed is in trouble, and in the long run, I actually think that the Epilogue Beyond Booster Box is going to suffer the most. It's actually been the more stable product at this moment, but there is going to become a time where, much like this box, the box we constantly use in examples, for this set, there's going to be very little to no reason for a consumer to go to the shelf and buy that product. We as Magic fans, listen, I don't own a store, I'm just a guy in my basement that loves Magic the Gathering, and I am going to find less and less of a reason as time goes on to go and buy that Beyond Epilogue box. Now, the collector box is a bit of an unknown, but I'm gonna give a hot take here. I actually think the collector box doesn't do well long term either. I believe the artificial scarcity is going to prop it up where it is for right now, but I believe that price is going to continue to fall over time. And listen, there might not be many of them out there, but there are going to be some, and I think that there will actually be less people looking for them than currently exist. So it's going to be an interesting ride on the wave of the secondary market. I have been skeptical of this set to begin with, but Modern Horizons 3, the most recent set before Assassin's Creed, is actually pumping. We have a video coming out about that later this week, and that has a chance to be the best Magic the Gathering set of all time, especially with the bird just destroying the Pro Tour. Hey, if the bird is banned by the time this video comes out, by the time you watch this video, if the bird is banned, I want to know. I want to know when you were here. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about Assassin's Creed. If you've never shared a Hometown TCG video, there's never been a better time than right now. And if you love what we're doing here, support through the channel memberships and all that fun stuff. But until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we will see you around. I'll be following closely along with the Assassin's Creed release, and frankly, I can't wait. It's a little too early to call it. I might just be right, though. Gosh, if I'm right, I'm going to be annoying. All right, we'll see you around. Bye.